What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Missflips. So, if you guys have been watching me for a while, you probably recognize this set from a Christmas challenge that I did last December, where we had to do either a flip for free or donate our flip to charity or do something kind for someone. So I decided to take my boyfriend's parents' furniture set, their bedroom set, and redo it for free as a thank you for letting us stay at their house during the pandemic and all that craziness. But while I was redoing their furniture set, we kind of got onto the idea of redoing their entire bedroom. So that is what this video is going to be. This is what it looked like before. It was just really dark and the space kind of looked empty and just wasn't very homey or inviting. So we ended up deciding to do the whole entire bedroom in a farmhouse style and do very neutral palettes. So the first thing we got started on was taking off all of the outlet covers and taping everything off so that we didn't paint any of the outlets. The next step is to do all the trim, and the reason I like doing this is just because the trim is so hard to paint with a large roller, so you want to just get that out of the way so that you can get the majority of the paint later with a big roller that has lots of paint. Unfortunately, this blue was pretty hard to cover up, and we ended up using 5 coats on every wall. 5. Needless to say, it was very tedious and kind of the hardest part about the whole thing. And luckily, though, we weren't painting the wall with the windows on it specifically because that is going to be an accent wall full of shiplap. So thankfully we didn't have to do that wall, we just had to do the 3 other large walls, and thank goodness I had my lovely boyfriend to help me. He was such a big help, and his mom also helped do the trim and whatnot, and we got it done in a pretty good amount of time.
This is day 455 of painting my parents' bedroom. If you're seeing this, she caught me.
Once all the walls were finally painted, I went ahead and got started on the rest of the bedroom set. And this is what it looked like before. It was, just that kind of outdated style. If you guys want to see the full tutorial on how I achieved the kind of like rustic, distressed look, make sure to head over to my original Christmas challenge video, and I show the entire process on there on how I achieved this look. But this is basically how it ends up looking. I just drilled in the hardware, the little cup pulls and all that sort of stuff. And got started on the rest of the room.
First
is find the studs. So, as I mentioned earlier, we are covering this whole wall with shiplap, so we are finding the studs so that when we put it up there, we know exactly where to put in the nails so that they go into the studs and not just into drywall. We are also gluing everything with liquid nails, and that will just make sure that everything is held into place particularly well, and we are getting these outlet covers out of the way so that we can cut around them and, match up the wood so that they go around the outlets and don't cover them, because that would be a really, really bad idea. We were also lucky enough that Jordan's grandparents were in town, and he offered us some much needed advice and help when it came to putting up shiplap, so a huge shout out to him and thank you so much. Quick tip though, if you guys are ever going to put up a shiplap wall, make sure the groove is on the top. So make sure the groove is coming out on the top and is visible on your side of things, because this will just allow you to put one piece of shiplap on top of the other, and you don't have to like force anything into place. You don't have to hammer down anything. Everything will just slide perfectly, and that is not what I did. So as you can see here, it is the groove down. You want to flip it over so it's the other way around. But anyways, we are compensating for this little wire, so I'm going to cut it out and make room for it. And I'm going to do that using this circular bit here and then cutting the rest of it out with my jigsaw, which made it super easy and simple. And once everything was cut down, we just put it right into place. We had to use a mallet in order to get it like really perfectly in there, but once it was in there, it was good to go. For the next row of wood, we had to cut out those little outlet cover things, and I just used my jigsaw, and sometimes it's hard to get a straight angle, like a 90-degree angle for these kinds of things. So I just went in with a curve, and this was my first time doing it, so I got better at it as I did it more. But you want to just kind of arch it over, and then you can end up, cutting more straight lines as you go, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining that well, but once you get like a close enough arch, you can kind of go in and straighten everything out so that it is a 90-degree angle. And after that, we just made sure that everything fit correctly and that the cap, the outlet cover went in and fit properly and everything, and then we glued it into place and nailed her down. Luckily, these bottom pieces are definitely going to be the most tricky part of this process. After we got done fitting these and putting them into place and then doing the next row where we had to cut in and compensate for the trim on the bottom of the windows, we were just able to cut down all of the pieces that we needed so that they would fit in between the windows. And once we had enough pieces, we just went in there and started gluing them and nailing them down. And then after we were done with the middle part, we went in and cut all of the pieces that we needed for each side of the window. And honestly, this whole middle section was extremely easy. It was, it just went by super fast because all we had to do was just cut things down to size and then put them up there. We didn't have to do any intricate cutting or anything like that for the covers that we had to do before, or the wire or anything, so it just went by easy breezy. Once all the walls were done, it was finally time to start getting everything kind of into place. So we started putting, the furniture in there so they could start putting their clothes back into the wardrobe and the dresser and all that. And then we got on to decorating and putting in other elements to add on to the farmhouse kind of, rustic-y vibe. I absolutely love thrift stores. We ended up finding pretty much all of their decor at a thrift store for a discounted price, and were able to reduce, reuse, and recycle some used items. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this transformation. I absolutely loved doing this. It was by far the most rewarding project I think I have ever worked on. So much fun, and I just love the way it turned out. Happy Mother's Day to all of you incredibly badass moms out there. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day and are feeling loved and appreciated, because you are. And if you are not a mother, I hope you find some room in your day to give a mother you know some love and appreciation. Stay tuned for my next episode coming out next Sunday. And in the meantime, guys, stay flippin'.